Okay, so what's going on today? I think I'm going to build something. So what I got going, I pulled a pedal off of my Brutus, my monster trike, and I'm going to build a couple foot straps for it. I guess that's what you call them, not too sure. So anyway, the way this works is I'm going to bolt this bracket. I gotta be careful how far it goes in so it doesn't rub on the crank handle. This gets bolted on there. I'm going to weld these little chain hoops on here, one on each side, and then a strap goes around it. And what that does is when I put my foot in the pedal, this strap catches my heel and it prevents your feet from slipping off the pedal. Otherwise, you would have a tendency to drive over your feet and probably cut your ankle off, and then you'd have to go back and get it and reattach, and it's a hassle. So I'm going to try to avoid that by building these straps. Now you can buy these straps for like, I don't know, $1,000 or whatever they charge for them. So far I've got exactly $3 in it. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to end up with. So I'm going to go with that. Oh, I got my little piggy here. My little gambling pig. That's Miss Piggy. She's just chock full of quarters. That's for our card playing evenings. Okay, so let's get a going here. I got one bracket bent, and I'm going to do the other one. I'm actually using the fender brackets I took off my wife's bike. They're a nice soft steel, so that should work nicely. So here's the other one. And I don't have a vise. It's hard. Like I say, since I sold my shop, I don't have any tools anymore. I should have kept some. Well, it does the job, doesn't it? Well, then I want to duplicate this one. Doesn't have to be exact, but you do want to keep them kind of symmetrical so it doesn't look like you don't actually know what you're doing. There. I think they're going to be pretty close. Yeah, perfect. So now I get to make some sparky things. So what's all that about, you're asking? Well, instead of welding these on square, they're going to mount like that, at an angle. Reason being, I want that strap to sit out at an angle, so when I put my foot in there, I don't have to reach down and pull the strap up. It'll just naturally fit behind my heel. That's the plan. We'll see if that actually works. So I could go get the welder device. Try to make as much noise as possible. Get my $80 welder there. And of course I gotta have my welding apron on, otherwise I could burn myself to death. I don't want that to happen. Actually, I don't want to ruin my shirt anymore, and it's ruined already. Okay. Okay, what do we got for amperage? 136. We'll crank her down to 130. Let's see how that functions. Yeah, this will work. That looks pretty good. I'm going to crank her down just a little bit though. That's a little hot. And I need some water. So far so good. Not the most beautiful weld, but it'll work. This welder works pretty good, but I wouldn't classify it as an industrial tool. It's definitely home hobby. And there we got her. Drill a couple holes, paint them black, and I just saved myself a gazillion dollars. More sparkly. Well, I screwed up there. I was doing all that grinding. I did a whole bunch of grinding over here, and I had the camera focus on my buttock area. That's no good. So anyway, as I was saying, I was beginning to say, I think this bracket here already has one hole in it. I got to drill one here. It's going to stick to the outside like that because it can't stick in any further than this or it's going to hit the crank arm. But I want it wide enough so that when I put my foot in there, it's not pinched in here. That would not be fun. Trying to figure out, these are plastic. Well, that's no good. This part's metal, this part's plastic. Well, I guess it doesn't make too much difference. If it breaks, I'll just buy new pedals. Plain and simple. So I'm going to go ahead and clampicize this on here. So I may drill a hole in it. And I do have little screws in my handy dandy little screw cassette here, which I think will be these right here. Yep, those will work. So first things first. These two guys, I want to make sure I did it right. Yep. These two guys go into the paint booth, which is a piece of cardboard over here. And I'll clean them up and give them a little squirt of black paint. All right, I do have the straps on here. Painted them up, I had to let them dry. So I actually used lacquer as a finish so that I could get this here done quickly. That's good. Catch it on the heel like it's supposed to. You know, it's just enough to keep you from doing the drive over your ankles. I do think I'm going to bend those brackets up a little bit though. But other than that, yeah, I think it's going to work out just fine. It's hooked onto my heels there, as you can see. You know, you don't want your feet to, I've never had that issue, but I guess it's not that uncommon. And if it does, what happens is your foot slips off and gets underneath here. Now on this bike, it wouldn't be too bad because I have enough clearance. So I would probably skin my toes pretty good. But on the 20-inch wheels, you could break an ankle. So this is probably going to work out pretty nicely. Another job done for the day. I can move on to other things now.